Hey everybody, it's Joe Jacoby at the Nantahala Outdoor Center at day one of the International Canoe Federation Junior and U23 Canoe Wildwater World Championships. Today, the classic race on day one. But before we got started with the racing, we actually started last night with the opening ceremonies. The opening ceremonies included the Parade of Nations. Among that, 13 countries and over 140 athletes. We also had speeches from dignitaries, and what opening ceremonies at Nantahala Outdoor Center would be complete without bluegrass music. Big thanks to Frank Lee and Lisa Jacoby for that. But today, it was all about the classic race. 2 miles, start to finish. We caught up with the top athletes, coaches, and sport ambassadors to get their opinions about racing the World Championships here at the Nantahala Outdoor Center.
Here it's the good place to develop the Wildwater racing, because the course is what we need for the juniors and the under 23, I think.
It's challenging. There are some juniors there today who had trouble, particularly through the falls, and there are a couple who came out, a couple who managed it and kept on going. Be interested to see how the U23s go on it. They're obviously stronger paddlers, but again, it'll be competitive because it's about a 12-minute run, 12 to 13 minutes, so I think the times for the winners will be very close.
It is good to compete here at the center because everybody has a connection to paddle sports. Maybe it's not Wildwater, but it is paddle sports, and everybody wants to know what's going on, asks where are you from, what are you doing here, are you doing good, is everything okay? So I think it's great.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm looking forward to the race.
Now you've been training on the Nantahala for a week now, a few days. A few days. What is the biggest challenge about racing on the Nantahala?
I think it's just a really hard race. It's not a lot of wild water, but you really have to push yourself.
Hi everyone, it's Joe Jacoby. We are along the Nantahala River at the 2015 International Canoe Federation Junior and U23 Canoe Wildwater World Championships. I can tell you from my own experience that one of the greatest pleasures in the sport of kayaking is to be the parent of a young person who does the sport of kayaking. Now imagine you're a mom or dad that has 3 kids that are in the sport. Peter and Caroline Coggin know that feeling very well. Their 3 children are representing Team USA at these World Championships. We caught up to see what this experience means to mom and dad.
Having 3 kids here at the same time is just phenomenal. It's really kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It's changed our family's life and our children's life, not only academically, but organizationally. The kids are ready to go, they're coordinated, they support each other, they support their team members, and it just is a sense of loyalty mixed with a sheer desire to win.
One of the things people don't realize about hosting World Championships is the volunteer spirit that it takes to make these games go. We caught up with Chief Judge Liba from the Czech Republic to get her to weigh in on what these World Championships here at the Nantahala Outdoor Center mean to the sport of canoe wildwater.
So I think that it's going very well and it's improving day by day. And I hope that the athletes are enjoying the race and as well as the spectators. And I hope it's going to be a big event and great event for everybody.
It is day 2, team racing today. Somebody had to get in there and break up the early dominance of the Czech Republic that swept all the gold medals at the morning of day 1. Today, it was the Germans. They came on strong in the men's junior kayak team race. We caught up with them to find out what it took to unseat the Czechs. What is important about a good team run in a world championship race?
We have to communicate with each other and we have to be a team.
Nico, the Czech team has been doing very well, lots of gold medals. Was there a little extra motivation to beat the Czechs today?
Yeah, of course. We was all very motivated and it was a big dream for us all.
In the U23 individual classic competition, we saw gold medals in the singles canoe and the doubles canoe from the Czech Republic, the women's kayak from Slovenia on the board, men's kayak Germany, and women's canoe Italy. For all the complete results at these World Championships, go to Nantahala2015.com. Hey everyone, it's Joe Jacoby alongside the Nantahala River. Recap number 3 at the International Canoe Federation Junior and U23 Wildwater World Championships. Hosting a World Championships means partnering with the national governing body. We are fortunate to be joined here at the World Championships by the USA Canoe Kayak leadership. Let's check in with them and find out what this event means to USA Canoe Kayak.
My first impressions is, one, we got, 14 nations here, over 142 athletes. Oh my gosh, I mean, this is what this is all about.
This is kind of what we try to embody. I mean, this is one of these areas where people come to have access to the river. They come to get an outdoor experience. They come to see what it's like to get an introduction into healthy outdoor recreation side. And, for us, as a national body, this is one of those areas that you like to see replicated all over the U.S. because it embodies everything you want to see.
One of the cool things about hosting a World Championships is you get athletes from all countries, big ones and small ones. We checked in with the top kayaker from Luxembourg to see how his experience at the Nantahala is going.
It's nice to see the culture of different people. Everybody comes to you and says hello, what's going up. And in Europe, you're not used to that. And it's really nice to see the difference.
For many years, Wildwater Canoeing in the United States has been virtually held together by the Pop family. The fourth of their 4 children, Selena Pop, is our top performer in the women's canoe category. We checked in with Selena to see how her racing is going here on the Nantahala River. We've now transitioned from the classic race to the sprint race. Talk a little bit about, strategically, what are the changes and how you look at the river differently in the sprint?
Well, for the sprint, it's definitely, honestly, a little easier because you start with the hardest rapid instead of finishing with it once you're tired. So it's kind of like you get through the hardest rapid and then you just give it everything you have so you get to the finish.
Without a doubt, the dominant force here at these World Championships has been the Czech Republic. We checked in with their coach to see what is working so well for the Czechs here in the Nantahala.
Oh, I can say that the river here is very similar to Czech rivers. Yeah, because it's not too deep, yeah, and we are prepared and we are preparing the whole year on very similar rivers. So I think that it is one reason why we are so successful.
Since our last update, team runs in the U23 Classic race. Gold medals, men's kayak, Slovenia. Women's kayak, Italy. Men's C1, the Czech Republic. And then we shifted over to the sprint race. That's a big change, going from roughly 11 and a half minutes of classic racing to just a little over 60 seconds for the sprint racing. The junior qualifications happened this morning, and we are on now to the finals of the sprints. So just past the halfway point of these World Championships, we are shifting to the short course racing, and that has really pumped up the enthusiasm level around this race site. Hi everyone, it's Joe Jacoby alongside the Nantahala River at the final day of racing at the ICF U23 and Junior Canoe Wildwater World Championships. And what a day of racing it's been. over the last 24 hours, we've noticed a big change in the environment as we move to the sprint competition.
The sprint race is the future for the whitewater sport. And I think all the teams now work harder for the sprint race like in the classic race.
What is it about these sprints that just brings the whole level of Wildwater up to another level?
The sprint competition truly is the future. I mean, these compressed competitions where the athletes put every single piece on the line. We saw athletes literally crashing feet from the finish line. You don't see that in these long races, and it's spectacular. And it's exciting for the crowd and the athletes and everybody concerned. This sprint racing truly is the future of Wildwater.
Who better to talk about what competition means to NOC than its founder, Payson Kennedy.
I know a lot of camps and a lot of young people's groups don't believe in competition. They think it hurts the self-image of the people that don't do well. I've never felt that way. I've always enjoyed competition. Even when I don't do well or don't win, I have a great time, and it really pushes you to do your best. The thing that it makes me hope most is that U.S. young people will be inspired by seeing the support and the participation and the quality of the paddlers from all these other countries, and that it'll help to grow the sport in the U.S.
In the junior category, this event was dominated by Martina Sakova from the Czech Republic.
I was really surprised because I like this river. It's really, really exciting, a little hard, but I like it. And I think that the sprint race really helped me to the slalom because you must pedal really fast and you must concentrate to this course.
In the middle of the day, we had our first medal ceremony, recognizing all the winners from the classic competition, individual and team. And the Czech national anthem was played many, many times.
One men, Kristek, Czech Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, your podium for the individual classic. The Czech Republic. Italy. Slovenia.
We are here with one of the most impressive performances of the entire World Championships, the men's U23 kayak team from Slovenia. When things are working well for the team, what does it feel like on the water?
Yeah, it feels great. The run wasn't ideal, but we all knew that we are a strong team with really good individual results. So we just had to be a bit smart and make a good run. And
if the young athletes in the United States are watching this video and you could give the young athletes here in the U.S. some advice, talk a little bit about what that advice might be.
That's a hard one. The first thing is to enjoy the paddling.
And then the results are here.
Yeah.
Or not.
Results come by themselves. So.
And hard training.
Hard training counts.
In my 25 years around the Nantahala Outdoor Center, this has been one of the most exciting weeks I've ever spent at NOC. We have seen unbelievable athletic competition. We have seen great sportsmanship. And we have seen the bond between NOC and international racing just go up to another level. For all the complete results, go to Nantahala2015.com. And of course, we want to say thank you to our sponsors, the International Canoe Federation, the Nantahala Outdoor Center, Duke Energy, and the Nantahala Racing Club. We are so grateful for your support. What a week of racing it's been. When you think of international racing, you think of the Nantahala Outdoor Center. That's all for now. I'm Joe Jacoby, and we will see you next time here along the Nantahala River.